Thank you for taking some time for yourself. I wonder if you can notice the rhythm of your breath as it moves in and out. Perfect. And I wonder whether you might allow yourself to feel the weight of your body against the surface beneath you. You can let your shoulders soften. You can notice how your chest rises and falls with each gentle inhale, and how it falls with each exhale. I wonder if you can observe the thoughts that have been heavy on your mind, and whether you can allow them to be there without needing to change them. You might even notice the thought of nothing will ever change, and that's okay. It is real, and it is valid. Now, can you imagine a single drop of water suspended in front of you? And whether you can notice its shape, its curves, its glimmer as it catches the light. You can see the crystal beginning to form as the drop freezes. You might even see delicate lines spreading, like tiny rivers branching gently, petal-shaped, hexagon, complete in its own way. And I wonder if you can feel the weight of your own body as you observe this crystal, and whether you can allow that heaviness to exist, just as the crystal is allowed to form in its own time. You can notice the spaces in the crystal. You can feel the silence within it. You might even sense the patience held in every line, every edge. You can allow more drops to float in your mind, and whether you can see each one freezing, some smooth, some jagged, some collapsing, some shining brightly. You can notice how each one is unique, just as your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences are unique. You can allow yourself to observe them without judgment. I wonder if you can feel how your mind begins to float among these crystals, and whether you can experience the slow passage of time, stretching or shrinking without caring, just absorbed in the shapes and forms of water. You might even notice how some crystals shimmer ever so slightly, moving gently, and whether you can allow yourself to feel that subtle energy. You can allow the darker, heavier crystals to exist, and whether you might notice their presence as a reflection of your own thoughts. You can observe the lighter, clearer crystals and notice how they hold space and light without trying to change anything. You can have the experience of floating among these crystals, and whether you can feel your mind quietly noticing each shape, each form, each memory held within the water. Later, you can carry this awareness with you. You can take a deep inhale, noticing the crystals shimmering around you. And in a moment, I'm going to share with you a story. And at first you might be thinking, why am I sharing with you this story? But your subconscious mind will be listening and do something wonderful for you a little later on. For the first time, Japanese researcher Masaru Emoto saw the magnetic resonance analyzer MRA in the USA. He was struck by a sudden idea. This machine, which was being used for homeopathy, a therapy popular in Germany, might also help us understand something even more mysterious: the nature of water. He brought the MRA back to Japan, hoping it would contribute to his research. Through the MRA, he began to explore Heido water, a water that transcribes subtle information into structure. Heido is a Japanese concept that roughly translates to wave or vibration, but it's used in broader, more metaphysical sense. Heido refers to the vibrational energy or subtle life force inherent in all matter, including water, humans, and the environment. Dr. Lorenzen, at his request, produced this microcluster water. The results were astonishing. Water seemed capable of improving people's physical condition. These discoveries inspired him to explore further. He shared the concepts of Heido and water's hidden properties in his books, The Prelude to the Heido Age, Human Science of Heido, Truth of Heido Theory, and many more. And as he delved deeper into water research, he became fascinated by frozen water crystals. Photographing them became a window into a hidden world, revealing the faces of water. Each crystal held a story, a moment, a memory. He compiled these images into the message from water. His picture book, celebrating the beauty and mystery of this essential element. From the moment a human begins life, when our ovum meets a sperm, water is present almost entirely. The fertilized egg is about 95% water, and the mature human body is 70% water. We are, in essence, living vessels of water, moving through a planet that itself is 70% covered by water. Our lives are surrounded, nourished, and defined by water. Yet, not all water is equal. Is it clean or contaminated? Can we tell one water from another just by looking at it? To answer this, he sought a new method of photographing frozen water crystals, just as no two snowflakes are alike. No two water crystals are identical. Each carries the imprint of its environment, its journey, and even human influence. When water freezes, it forms crystals. Pure water becomes beautiful, symmetrical crystals. Contaminated water struggles to form clear structures. After months of painstaking experiments freezing water, photographing fragile crystals at high speed, and perfecting the freezing and lighting conditions, he began to see patterns. Crystals revealed tendencies, structures, and characteristics unique to each water sample, with over 10,000 crystal images captured worldwide. Emoto observed the subtle messages that water conveys, from urban tap water to pristine mountain springs, from rivers and lakes to rainwater. Every crystal tells a story. Tap water varies dramatically. Tokyo water shows incomplete crystals reflecting urban contamination, while Katano in Osaka produces clear, beautiful crystals from underground sources. Hiroshima's Saijo water, famous for sake brewing, forms firm, spreading crystals. Okinawa's rainwater-fed supply reflects warmth and care, producing delicate patterns. Internationally, the contrasts are striking. London and Paris tap water often forms weak, incomplete crystals, while New York, Vancouver, Buenos Aires, and Manaus display clarity and elegance. The differences reveal the effects of water treatment, environmental purity, and the human hand in shaping water's memory. The purest water retains a natural memory. Mountain streams, underground springs, and forest rivers produce magnificent crystals. Kobo Spring in Kanagawa, the rumbling water in Nara, Saijo in Hiroshima, Ubuyama in Kumamoto, and Lourdes in France all yield crystals that radiate strength, harmony, and energy. Rivers, too, carry memory. The Horobetsu in Hokkaido produces petal-like crystals, while Goshinuma in Fukushima showed colours reflecting mineral deposits and sunlight. The Shinano River in Niigata gradually accumulates contamination downstream, and even the Somido River in Tokyo, flowing beneath cherry blossoms, tells a story of urban influence and human care. Water is alive with memory. Each crystal is a snapshot of its environment, carrying information about its source, journey and treatment. Rainwater, the purest form, reflects the skies and atmosphere at that moment. Rivers and lakes hold traces of soil, plant life, and human interaction. Crystals reveal that water strives to be clear, harmonious, and beautiful. When disrupted, the patterns falter. When pure, the structures flourish. By observing these patterns, we gain insight into water's subtle messages and ultimately to the impact of humans on the natural world. Water wants to communicate. Its crystals speak of purity, balance, and resilience. They remind us to respect this life-giving resource, to cherish it and to protect it. The faces of water reflect the world we live in, the environment we shape, the care we take, the harmony we cultivate. Through water we learn patience, awareness, and reverence. Each crystal is a story, a memory, a message. By listening, observing, and understanding, we reconnect with the natural world and gain insight into the essence of life itself. Beyond observing water's memory, some researchers have explored whether we can interact with it, whether water can respond to human thought, words, and emotions. Emoto, that Japanese scientist, became widely known for this work. He hypothesized that water carries memory, not only of its environment, but also of the energy and intention it encounters. Emoto would expose water to words of love, gratitude, or kindness, then freeze it to observe the resulting crystals. Often, water touched by positive intention would form beautiful, harmonious, symmetrical crystals. Conversely, water exposed to negative words, anger, or harsh emotions frequently produce distorted, chaotic patterns. Music, written messages, and even thoughts seem to leave an imprint, subtly changing the structure of water. Through his work, Emoto suggested that water is more than a passive element. It is responsive, sensitive, and a reflective of the energy around it. In this way, water becomes a mirror of human consciousness, a silent, patient recorder of our inner world. If water could carry the memory of its environment and the intention it encounters, then so can we interact with it consciously by focusing our attention, directing positive thoughts, visualizing harmony. We can influence the energy of water, and symbolically, the energy within ourselves. And as you prepare your mind for healing in this hypnosis session, imagine the water within you reflecting calm, clarity, and balance. Picture it forming perfect, symmetrical crystals, responding to your positive intentions. Just as Emoto's experiments revealed, the memory of water is also a guide, a gentle reminder that our thoughts, feelings, and attention can shape the world we live in, beginning with the simplest and most essential element, water. And as you continue to feel the rhythm of your breath, you might notice the gentle flow of water around you, and whether you can allow yourself to feel the shapes, the clarity, and the movement of that water in the present. You might imagine yourself growing along with this flow, carrying calm and clarity into every step you take. Perhaps you can feel a sense of resilience forming, a quiet confidence that, like water, you can navigate challenges while maintaining your essence. And as you move forward in your mind's eye, you might imagine stepping into the future, flowing effortlessly through moments of ease, moments of joy, moments where clarity and calm are always present. You can allow yourself to notice how the flow of water mirrors your own potential, flexible, patient, resilient, carrying lessons and energy forward. And now you can bring this awareness gently back to the present moment, to the sensation of your breath, the support beneath you. You can carry the calm, the clarity, the fluidity of water with you. When you're ready, You can take a few deep breaths, stretch out, wriggle your fingers and toes, and open your eyes. Welcome back. You're perfect just as you are.